Hey guys, what's up? So this is Mando-Bricks, and this is just another update on some of the modifications I'm making with my Slave 1. A while ago, I made just a video of a full breakdown of the ship. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend going and watching that so you kind of have a frame. And that was kind of the Mark II, I guess, just because that was after the second set of modifications I made to this. But now I'm kind of making a third set that should make it look a whole lot better. And I thought I'd go ahead and take the opportunity while it was kind of apart to kind of show you the main interior space, just because in the past videos, because of the outer plating and everything, I just haven't really been able to show you guys that. So there is detail in there, but you haven't actually been able to really see it. So I went ahead and I decided to take this opportunity to actually be able to do that. So of course, first of all, you can see the cockpit on the top, and in the back there's a ladder that goes all the way up to the airlock, which is up here. And then this ladder right there, if I can actually get to it, I'm going to move Boba out of the way so that I can actually reach it better. But the ladder back there is supposed to be able to move upwards so that the pilots could hopefully get into the seat somehow or other. I'm not sure exactly how that's supposed to work, but that kind of moves up like that and blocks off the airlock. And then it can move down and move in a synchronized way with the other ladder so that it can form a connection with the main space of the ship. So there are kind of some containers back there, if you can actually see. Well, now I'm blocking the light, but it's next to the ladder there. It's one of those kind of drawer cabinet things that's kind of just moved on its side, because the studs are, of course, facing this way. So the way that they're set, that kind of just is how it ended up. So moving down a bit, here are the secondary seats, and of course these are based on the cockpit and they move synchronized with that. So when it lands, it's like this, and those are facing towards the bottom, and then of course when it moves into a flying position, it moves like this. And if I were to have the rest of the front on, you would basically be kind of seeing them out a frontal window that's right beneath the cockpit, but still merged into that whole wall plate, or window plate, I should say. So moving down from that is the main space here, and you can kind of see the ladder that's in there. I'm gonna take the camera off the stand so that you can actually get a better view of that. But so there's that, of course, and then that's right there is the door and landing ramp. That works quite simply. I kind of don't want to do it now, but I guess I'll do it so I can at least show you guys how that's supposed to work. But something that kind of, well, it's going to want to slide down. I don't know. I'll at least move part of it real quick so I can at least show you guys how that'll open, since I haven't really been able to do that in the past. Okay, so now I have the stand set up again. Basically, this piece here moves up like this, and then this slides. Okay, well, there's an issue. This slides under like that, and then it completely clears the headspace. And then for this kind of, there's a little bar in here. I know you can't see it because my hand's in the way. Here we are. So there's that is. And then this can depress all the way down to the floor. Actually, I'm pretty sure this can go under, something like that. But that goes all the way down to the floor. I haven't messed with that in a while. That's why I'm kind of unfamiliar with it. But then as that's done, the ramp is, this part right there is kind of, sorry about the angle. The ramp is depressed into this section. That goes down into it, and there's enough space for a minifigure to walk up said ramp and into the ship this way. Of course, right now it's in flying position, so that would not be realistic at all. But that's how that works normally. So besides that, of course, I already said that ladder is there, so when it is in flying position, people are supposed to be able to use the ship when it's facing upwards or downwards. So that's kind of why I wanted to have the shifting ladder up at the top there, so that, you know, you can actually work with both planes of direction. And that's kind of the concept that most of the ship is built on, except for the tail area, which, you know, the stuff is obviously facing that direction. There's not really much that you can change about it. But that's one of the things where it's like, well, in space they have gravity altering technology and artificial gravity, so it wouldn't really cause any sorts of issues. And of course, you'd have to have those sorts of artificial gravity generator spread throughout the ship, so it makes sense anyway. So besides that, moving this inwards, if you can see it all, there's a weapons rack back there. Maybe I can position my light so that you can't actually see it, but we'll see. I don't know if that makes it much better, but you can sort of see that there is a weapons rack in the back right there. And that has 4 weapons on each side, so there is another one over there, and then there's one over there. Of course, those minifigures are there, so you can't see it that well. But, yeah, that's where those are. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. But, yeah, and then, of course, you can see the ladder continuing all the way up to the yellow one, and then there is that hole that a minifigure would go through. So if I were to have a minifigure like Boba, you can go all the way down through the ship. So I just saw him drop and he went all the way out. So, you know, you can see that it is a fully working system. And then, of course, when you go up to this section, you can see the inner area of the airlock, and of course there's the same sort of hatch that goes all the way through the ship, so you can kind of see his legs coming out. But again, he drops all the way down to the ship, moving this direction, and all the way down to the bottom. So it's just straight spinal rift through the ship where minifigures can move through. So that's kind of how that whole system works. And sorry, Boba, for dropping you like 3,000 times. So yeah, that's all I really have to say in this video, I guess. As far as progress goes, I started working on this piece, which is, of course, just the, you know, it's the main plate that's going to go out here on the ship. And of course, you can see the detailing that's already in there. That's from the old one, of course. And then most of this is also from the old ship, but like some sections here and down here are extended. And I know that it's not uniform, but it's not really supposed to be, because it's kind of supposed to look like it has different types of colorations and marks around it. So that was kind of what I was going with there. And then I kind of used these types of bricks to angle this long slope here that goes all the way back to here, and I have some of those bricks again there, if you would like to see those. And that just angles this entire surface so that when I start adding plating, the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to do it so that everything is being added, you know, this way. And since I have that, I can have plates where they're separate originally, like this one, which used to have the Mythosaur skull symbol on it, but that was taken off for doing these modifications. And this one, where these were previously separate pieces, I'm going to basically merge them together, and then I'm going to have them connected on there, and then those are going to be connected to this, so it all fits into one piece, and it's going to be one plate, and one plate, and it won't be divided and stuff like it was in the past. But of course, that's probably going to take a while to fully put together just because of the busyness of life. So yeah, and then besides that area, I would like to improve this whole thing. Obviously it has these, you know, these big cracks in it, and I would like to get rid of those if I can. This is not the most stable area ever on the ship, unfortunately. So while I think I did an okay job with this area, this is just like it's a mess with how that's all connected and everything. It's just not the best. So that's my main plans there. And of course, I'm keeping a lot of things the same, like guns don't need to be changed at all. I already like those as they are. So those are going to stay the same. And then you already saw some of the pieces of the other, you know, plating area. That's exactly the same as they were in the past. So that's just about all I had to show you. If you guys have any recommendations that you would like to tell me, or things that you think would be cool to incorporate, do tell. I'm at a part in building this right now where I'm able to be more flexible with how I'm putting everything together. And since I kind of have that flexibility right now, I might actually be able to incorporate things if you guys think that they're a good idea. So if you guys have some particular things that you would really like to see on a MOC like this, do tell. I would be interested in the least to see them. But I would like to get some good advice, and if there's something that you guys would like to see, I would love to see what I can do about it. There have been things in the past where I've just, taken ideas from people that I've asked for them and made it into an entire video. I have at least 2 videos like that. So please do tell if you have any ideas like that, because I'd love to hear them. Besides that, if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed any other videos that you've seen on the channel, like, subscribe, comment below if you would like on anything that you would like to see in the future, something that you would like to see with this. I need to make another update video on my Star Destroyer, and I'll get to that soon. But that is all I have for you today. I hope that you guys all have a great day, and keep on building.